The Coffeehouse is made possible by a dedicated group of 15 volunteers led by Peter Fisk. Peter, wave if you will. And all the volunteers, please wave out there. There's 15 or so of you. And if you too would like to volunteer, we'd love to have you. One great advantage is you get to hear these guys warm up as they're warming up. It's really, really fun. All right, so now to introduce Kathleen Parks, it's my pleasure to introduce her and her band. She's a fabulous fiddler, singer, and songwriter who blends traditional and modern musical styles. As you listen, you'll hear Celtic and American roots that she blends with pop songwriting, funk rhythms, soulful vocals, and groove-based improvisation. That's pretty good. She's a founding member of Twisted Pine and the duo Cat and Brad. And so it's my pleasure to welcome Kathleen Parks and her band.
Crystal clear, just like your eyes. The bugs are crawling while the earth is roaring. Without you here, what beauty might drive my room. Sit together, overlooking the bright summer. Without you here, well, it just hurts my eyes. I still see visions of us in the morning. Too much, but in the evening you come bounding towards me. Oh, I thought you here, well, I don't sleep that much. Good morning in heaven, baby. It's crystal clear, just like your eyes. Bugs are crawling while the earth is roaring. Without you here, what beauty am I dreading my room. Hello everybody, how you doing? Good, I'm glad to be here. My name is Kathleen, and this is my sweet band. And we're going to be doing a lot of songs tonight for my new record called Rolling Down the Line, which came out maybe like a year and a half ago, but still pretty new. And yeah, a lot of these songs are Americana sounding, and there's a lot of different roots flowing in and out of it. And this next song we're gonna play is the title track of the album. And it's about taking the train. Do we have any train goers here? Oh, I see them in the back. Well, I take the Amtrak to a lot of places, and take the commuter rail to a lot of other places, and I take the T to a lot of other places, and it gets me where I need to go. But thankfully, Dan Bowie over here took me to this gig today, because we had too much gear to take the train. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. This is Rolling Down the Line. We ride on a journey, the rails of our lives, and each person is a passenger that aids and abides, and each car is a memory that lends and the ride, and the train keeps rolling down the line. Every car holds one person of our former being, with their pockets pulled out empty and teardrops on their sleeve. But each car holds a window to bring down the light, and the train keeps rolling down the line. I keep rocking and I'm holding all the people that I meet. When it's dark in the carriage, sing them softly to sleep. When they wake up in the morning, back to coffee and tea, old train keeps rolling down the line. Alright, choo-choo, what do you guys say? Pedal steel, that's Alex Fermento. So I said this was a train song. It's inspired by other train songs, because train songs are a very common Americana style song. There's hundreds of them. We're gonna try and sing a few of them, and if you know it, sing along. Freight train rolls so fast. Freight train rolls so fast. Please don't tell the train on. They will know which ride I've gone. Elizabeth Cotton. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory, and everybody rides got to be holy. This train is bound for glory. This train. I hear the train coming, it's rolling down the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. When I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But I hear the train coming, it's gonna sound in tone. Johnny Cash. Well, the Rock Island Line is a mighty good road, and the Rock Island Line is a road to ride, and the Rock Island Line is a mighty good road. When you want to ride it, you can ride it, you can find it, get your ticket at the station for the Rock Island Line. Let Billy. Ooh, people come and they go, as one day out of mind. Little seasons come to change, stay as long as you like. But we've all got a ticket with the dead and the time. The train keeps rolling down the line. We are on a journey, the rails of our lives, and each person is a passenger that hasn't divides, and each car is a memory that's what makes it a ride. Up the train keeps rolling down the line, and the train keeps rolling down the line. Ooh, ooh, ooh. we're gonna do an original fiddle tune now. This one's off of the record, and it's called Honolulu Bay. do a spooky bluegrass song that I wrote. Who likes spooky things? Oh, good. I like to see those hands raised. Anyway, it's the most bluegrassy song on the record. And so, we're gonna play it now. This is called Misery. Misery walks through the halls of lightness, silent their wedding with a smile on. When she turns the corner, then she starts crying, 'cause no one can hear her sad, sad song. Life it is short, and for her it was shorter, just before leaving her studies behind. Struck down in a moment, most vulnerable, finishing off the last of her kind. No one is lost now forever, and no one can forever hide the truths of this world. It is in Mother's nature to dig up the stories forgotten at night. Misery haunts and misery lingers, scratching the surface of freedom and worth. But I lock in a chain to an ankle that's sprained to keep her from reaching the keys in the earth. No one is lost now forever, and no one can forever hide the truths of this world. It is in Mother's nature to dig up the stories forgotten at night. Ooh, misery haunts and misery lingers, scratching the surface of freedom and worth. But a lock and chain to an ankle that's sprained, keep her from reaching the keys in the earth.
Dance all night with a bottle in your hand, bottle in your hand, bottle in your hand. Dance all night with a bottle in your hand, just before day get a fiddler jam. It's been years since I've been gone. Pretty little girl with a red dress on. Please take it off and I'll put it on. Here comes Betty with the big boots on. Dance all night with a bottle in your hand, bottle in your hand, bottle in your hand. Dance all night with a bottle in your hand, just before day get a fiddler jam.
On the guitar, that's Alex Fermento. Holding it down on the bass, please welcome Dan Bowie. Well, hopefully that got you nice and warm. Definitely made me warm. Shouldn't have worn long sleeves to the gig. You don't want to see this off, sweetie. I don't have my bathing suit body ready yet. A few more months to go. Well, we're gonna slow it down a little bit and do a song that I wrote in honor of my grandmother. She was from Restmuck, Galway, Ireland, and came over to America in the early 1950s and settled in Jersey City with my grandfather. And after I graduated from Berkeley, I'd always been close with her, but after I graduated from school, I got to moved to Salem, Mass. with her and my aunt after they had moved up, and I lived with them for about 3 years while I was like figuring out where I want to settle, which is still here in Massachusetts because I like it so much. And but during those 3 years, I got to just hear more stories, about our family in Ireland and what it was like growing up there. And what it was like to come over here to America and start from scratch, and how
Jersey City, New Jersey was not what she thought America was going to look like. And then they stayed there for 50 years, and yeah, it was a very, very difficult life to make a life over here, and it's difficult for everybody, all immigrants, to come over here and try to do anything. And so this is in honor of her and in honor of everyone that, is trying to make a life that's better. And we're gonna play it for you now. This is Star of the West.
I'm a second-gen dreamer of the American quest, singing songs for fans, friends, and family. But I wouldn't be here if not for our limbs best. Maisie Minion O'Brien, the star of the West. She left home with her firstborn and her husband's insist. Crashing waves made the whale more harrowing. After 12 days at sea, they saw liberty's dress. Welcome, Maisie O'Brien, the star of the West. They started on the dirt floor of a lonely basement. The stress and the mess was uncanny, but they managed to get out of man's dirt poor grip. Thanks to Maisie O'Brien, the star of the West. In time there'd be 6 more babies and pets in the house on Turs Avenue in Jersey, cooking dinners, a breadwinner as a mighty waitress. She'd be a Maisie O'Brien, the star of the West. She was quick with Hail Marys and no mass was skipped. She loved her Hank Williams and Patsy, and you wouldn't dare leave her without a kiss, 'cause she was Maisie O'Brien, the star of the West. After 50 long years of Jersey's old tricks, her firstborn moved her out of the city. Well, dozens of cousins up in San Lomas all held Maisie O'Brien, the star of the West. Connemara, she cried on the day that she left, and I took to the skies for its a creamsicle bliss, calling Maisie O'Brien, the star of the west. Now St. Patty, she's coming, wear the green on your chest. Get your Guinness Steamboat Baileys, yeah, we sing out a tune, I make one request. Make Maisie O'Brien's the star of the west. Make Maisie. Thank you very much. All right.
Let's see what we got next, huh? I think we need a little bit more feedback. So does anybody else have the winter blues, or is it just me? Just me?
It's just you.
Right? I know, I really should go fly down to Florida by now, but doesn't look like it's in the tour just yet. Well, we're gonna do a song for anyone that's severely depressed out there, because I wrote this at my lowest point in the winter. It's a sunny blues called The Blue Horizon. I'm going to California, I'm going way out west. I'm going to California, I'm going way out west. When I see the blue horizon, I'm gonna feel my best. It's cold, no New England, all you get is a white sky. It's cold, no New England, all you get is a white sky. How much longer can I take? Don't think I can this time. I can't stand the darkness, I need the heat and shine. Can't stand the winter darkness, I need the heat and shine. How much longer can I stay? Don't think I can this time. I
the sunshine. Ooh, don't rush me, baby. Ooh, want me to take my time. Ooh, 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 ooh. Take that trip to Napa, cross right on the vine. Ooh, gonna take a trip to Napa, cross got the sunshine. Ooh, hush me, baby. Ooh, want me to take my time. I'm a daisy child, baby, bound to swoon inside. I'm a daisy child, baby. Sometimes it makes me cry, but when I see that sunlight, ooh, I lift my head up high. So I'm going to California, going to California, going to California West. Yeah, I'm going to California. Short skirt, blouse, and jeans. That's when I see the blue horizon. I'm gonna feel my best. Oh yeah, when I see that blue horizon, I'm gonna feel my best. When I see that blue horizon, I'm gonna feel my best. Thank you. Wow, I was really seeing this microphone like swing like crazy on that last one. I was like, whoa. All right. Well, I think we've got one more. And then raffle time?
Yeah.
Raffle time. Sweet.
I'm excited to see who gets this CD, and hopefully they have a CD player. All right. The waitress walked on her way home from work. She was questioned by a man who didn't mean to lurk. He said, "Pardon me, ma'am, but I'm down a mug. You see, it wasn't until an accident that I used a truck." Well, and I felt her stomach, for she was worn out and tired and had just spent an hour standing on her feet. She didn't have much to spend, but she gave a little thought and said, "How about a little bite to eat? What's one thing we can do to be better than the day before? To lend out a helping hand to someone other than yourself, other than yourself. It ain't hard, we can help people rejuvenate." I saw a man I called a friend, sobbing in a hallway alone. When he saw my coming in, he tried to cover up and he tried to pretend, saying, "Nothing's the matter, I can handle it." But why do you think the act of feel is bizarre? We've taught all our young men to conceal their scars. I put my hands upon him, said it's okay to open up, and his eyes glowed from the feeling of trust. What's one thing we can do to be better than the day before? To lend out a helping hand to someone other than yourself, other than yourself. It ain't hard, we can help people rejuvenate. She was looking out from the window, see what you turned to her neighbor. She said, "I'm afraid they won't let me back in. You see, I can't go back to where I'm from. It's miserably bitter." The neighbor turned to her with a glance and she said, "Don't worry about what that man has planned. If there's anything that we can do, we'll put a stop to this." And by the time they landed, after a night's worth of time, she was greeted by peace-making picket signs. I said, "That's one thing we can do to be better than the day before. To lend that helping hand to someone other than yourself, other than yourself. It ain't hard, we can help people rejuvenate." I said, "That's one thing we can do to be better than the day before. To lend out helping hand to someone other than yourself, other than yourself, other than yourself, other than yourself." Call your senator, get your whistles, get out into the street where people need. Ooh. Woo. we're back. Thank you. Well, it's really nice to talk to all of you during the break. We'll do more of that after. I'm going to kick off solo for this next set. And I'm going to do a Jimmy Rogers song.
She is long, she's tall, she's 6 feet from the ground. She's long, she's tall, she's 6 feet from the ground. She is tailor-made, but she ain't no hand-me-down. She's got eyes like diamonds, and a teacher just sing. She's got eyes like diamonds, and a teacher just sing. She's got red ruby lips and hair like a horse's mane. Every time I see you, Mama, will I always find you gone. Listen here, little mama, I'm gonna put your little air brakes on. You're always on the street. Every time I need your mama, well, you're always on the street. Like a policeman, always walk your beat. You're
Alright, here's a John Hartford song. I worked this up during COVID when I didn't have a band to play with. I was like, I gotta figure out how to do this fiddle singing thing so I can get some shows when this is all over. And I put this song out on the record, and I released it as a single first. And it actually inspired this t-shirt artwork over here with the infinity heart. And the song's called No End of Love. I like to go where you go, see things you see. I like to hear the sounds you hear, and breathe the air you breathe. I'd hurt for you in times of pain, and smile when things right again. Love you like there was no end of love, no end of love. With you I like to do the things I've done before that have a different meaning right now that wasn't there before. As if I started out anew the day I stumbled onto you. From my dreams divided to fire, no end of love. I like to sing the songs you sing, play the games you play. I like to walk the road you walk, let you lead the way. I like to get the text you send and keep it dry from the summer's rain. Love you like there was no end of love, no end of love. With you I'd like to do the things I've done before that have a different meaning now. Wasn't there before, as if I started out anew the day I stumbled onto you. From my dreams divided to find no end of love. With you I'd like to do the things I've done before that have a different meaning now. It wasn't there before, as if I started out the day I stumbled onto you. When my dreams divided to find no end of love. From now my dreams divided to with you, no end of All right, let's get those boys back on up here. So we've been on the road the last 3 evenings, which has been really, really fun. This is still fairly a new band, new group. Dan and I have both toured in the band Twisted Pine for over 10 years, which we love, and we put out four or five records. I think it was 4. I should know that.
Depends on what you count.
It depends on what you count, because there was like early stuff, and then there was stuff taken off the internet. You don't need to know that. Anyway. But, yeah, so really, that was a blast. And now we've taken a little bit of a pause, and this is a new project, and yeah, we just keep on rolling down the line, I guess. Sounds cheesy, but it's my life. Anyway, but we have, so we were in, where were we last night? Oh, we were in Keene, New Hampshire last night, and Albany the night before, and then next week we'll be in Westchester, New York, at the Westchester Bluegrass Club in Purdy's, New York on Thursday. Then we go to Brooklyn on Friday at the Jalopy Theater. Then we make our way to Moncton, Maryland. Moncton, I love saying Moncton, Maryland. It's really fun. That's like right outside of Baltimore, near DC as well. And then we go to Charlottesville, Virginia. So we're out here. We're out here doing this thing. And yeah, if you know anybody in those areas, give them a call. Say, hey, I saw Kathleen. Yeah, do you know Kathleen? No. Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you about Kathleen. You can have a nice conversation. But yeah, let them know where we're going to be, and sign up on that newsletter, and you'll know where we're coming here next time. What are we doing? We are going to play a tune.
Well, this is a song I wrote called Knockout Roses. Feel free to dance. God bless life's challenges and learn how to work on through. 'Cause if not for them, I wouldn't have made it then and be here too. You've been here since the beginning, and I'll be here until the end. Laughing, loving with my very best friend, and I've got roses beneath the big old sky. They're growing and flowering through the night, and I've got roses growing side by side like you and I. Ooh, ooh. Texas is something else to see in spring. She does breathe all kinds of beauty by river or creek. But it wasn't till we went walking on a cooled off heated night where we were talking and learning how to be. And I've got roses beneath the Texas sky. They're growing and flowering through the night, and I've got roses growing side by side like you and I. Ooh. I'll be there for you when you're ready to open. I know it's not easy to do. Love you and all of learning from you. Feel free to be all that you I'd like to count myself lucky for having as much as I do. I've got a roof, a bed, and a family that loves me. I've got a real sweet baby. He smiles at me with his eyes, and when he calls me up at night time, he's my lifeline. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And when he comes to visit, we'll sit on the porch by the sea, and I'll be well then, I promise. Nobody knows. Nobody knows how beautiful and how wonderful life is.
baby. It'd be terrible if the fiddle just like didn't work for the last song. Be very anticlimactic. Well, we're gonna finish with a cover, and we've noticed anytime we play this, we just started playing it, but like every time I play it, someone comes up and they're like, "This is my favorite version of that song." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even know that person had a version of this song." So we've got a lot of listening to do in the car for this song. But thank you all so much for coming out, making this night happen. Thank you so much for supporting live and local music. Thank you to Michael on sound. And thank you to all the volunteers that make this possible. Everybody here works so hard. And big thanks to Peter for bringing us out.
Well, 10 years ago, on a cold, dark night, someone was killed in the town hall light. There were few at the scene, but they all did agree that the man who ran looked a lot like me. The judge said, "Son, what is your alibi? If you're somewhere else, then you won't have to die." Well, I spoke not a word, though it meant my life, for I'd been in the arms of my best friend's wife. She walks this house in a long black veil. She visits my grave with the night winds well. And nobody knows, and nobody sees, and nobody knows but me. Well, scaffold is high in eternity near. She stood in the crowd and she shed not a tear. But sometimes at night when the cold wind blows and a long black veil, she cries over my bones. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave when the night winds well. And nobody knows, nobody sees, and nobody knows but me. that's Alex Fermento. And on the upright bass, that's Dan Bowie, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. Stay in touch. We'll do one more. Thank you very much. All right, we'll leave you with one more cover, and this one's just about living life to the fullest. So this is a Charlie Rich song. Once was a thought inside my head, before at 10:30 I'd be dead. But somehow on I go, and keep on rolling with the flow. Folks say that I might change my mind, I'd straighten up and do just fine. But I still love rock and roll, and keep on rolling with the flow. While girls my age are raising kids, I'm raising hell just like I did. I got a lot of crazy friends, and they forgive me of my sins. Some might be calling me a bum, but I'm just out here having fun. Jesus loves me, yes I know. I'll keep on rolling with the flow. Bluegrass friends, and they forgive me all my sins. Can't take it with you when you go, but I want to get there from. Jesus loves me, yes I know. I'll keep on rolling with the flow. No, I ain't never growing old. I'll keep on rolling with the flow. I keep on rolling, I keep on rolling. Thank you guys so much. Get home safe. We love you.